sales or decrease your sales or margin or operating profit, and you have to make those adjustments on the fly and make sure that everybody is involved and knows what's going on. And as you make those changes, it's easy to plug a number here or there or make a hedge at a certain level. But unless you track that commentary and understand what the moving pieces truly are, later on down the line you're going to get caught. And it's not an easy process to go back in time and figure out where the disconnects are. So I think one of the major pitfalls that we've seen and experienced and have gotten better at is just from the start to the end of the reconciliation process and finalizing the budget, making sure we understand what all the moving pieces are.
Great, thanks, Ryan. And another question just came through here as well. It's kind of along the similar lines. Is it says other than good communication in that reconciliation process, do you have any other tips on how to best handle kind of reconciling bottoms up and tops down?
Well, I think one of the key things you have to do is, from an FP&A perspective, that's where you have to have someone a little bit more experienced, I think, that really understands the business. I think one of the key ways you can drive that is, if you can, it might not be perfect or it might not be ideal in every situation, but if you can have somebody in the role that's at least been in the different functions and has more perspective to the business, I think that makes it really helps to be able to identify what those risks and opportunities are. Because to me, that's kind of the key fallout from the risk and from the reconciliation period is really looking at where can you stretch different functions, where are functions too stretched. When is it just when are their targets unrealistic, and how can you identify some of those risks and opportunities? And I think if you can have more